assume they are. All right, let's do it. When you're ready, Cheddar.
Campus Security, The Streak by Kyle Ryan. Cold open, exterior University Park day. A masked perp sprints down a crowded pathway, a handful of jewels cradled in his arms. A uniformed officer pushes members of the crowd onto the ground in pursuit.
Brave.
The officer tackles the perp. Exterior alleyway day. The same masked perp holds a woman at gunpoint demanding the contents of her purse. She fights him off. He raises his gun, fires.
Self-sacrificing.
When the same uniformed officer leaps in front of the bullet, taking it full on in the chest. Interior pool day. The officer, still uniformed and bleeding from his chest, stands on the lip of the pool, his body positioned for an immaculate dive.
Role models.
Just as he's about to take off, he spots a sign above the pool. No diving. Feet first, he leaps into the pool.
Greenwood campus security are none of those things.
Exterior University Park day. The masked perp cuts through the crowd with the jewels in tow. A security guard follows him at a slow pace, making sure not to get in anyone's way.
Submissive.
The perp runs across the street just as the walk sign turns to stop. The guard gives up the chase, stranded on the other side. Exterior alleyway day. The perp points the gun at the woman, who still refuses.
Careful.
The guard comes into the alleyway, grabs the woman's purse, and hands over her wallet to the perp. Interior pool day. The guard, still dressed in uniform, but now with floaties around his arms, floats spread eagle in the pool.
Invisible.
A student drowns a few feet away. The guard does nothing. Over black. The Greenwood campus security badge appears on screen.
These are the qualities of Greenwood campus security. Join today or tomorrow. We don't really care.
Their motto fades into existence beneath it. Serve and neglect. Interior auditorium day. Pull back to reveal the enrollment video projected above a small stage. Maple, 47, perky, plump, and southern, runs onto it, clapping and dancing.
Who's ready to join?
Reverse on, the audience is empty, aside from an excited Teddy Warren, 24, clean cut. His hand shoots into the air. End of cold open. Act 1, exterior Dan's Donuts, morning. Teddy, a confused expression on his face, stands outside a 2-story mom-and-pop donut shop. He looks down at a sheet of paper in his hand. 12 Greenwood Lane, the same address as Dan's Donuts. Inside Dan's Donuts, moments later, Teddy walks in, where Rico Santina, 18, curly afro, greets him from behind the counter.
Welcome to Dan's Donuts, where our owner is named Jerry and our best seller is the cinnamon bagel. What can I do for you?
Hey, I was looking for Greenwood's campus security.
Oh, that's on the 3rd floor. Okay, so you got to go behind the counter, down the hall, through the freezer, and it will be the 3rd set of stairs on the left.
Counter, hall, freezer, stairs. Stairs, freezer, hall, counter. Got it, thanks.
Don't mention it. Maybe mention it to Jerry. He's having an identity crisis. Been impacting his attitude. It's a whole thing.
Inside Greenwood's security briefing room, Captain Simpson, 47, hair in a tight bun, clicks through crime scene photos in front of her motley crew of detectives. Chops, 32, Korean-American, made of muscle and acne. Izzy, 30, a self-described Italian princess. Hitch, 68, either lazy or almost dead. Lola, 27, African-American, stoic. And Ramsey, 26, 80s-style cop, macho and mustached.
We'll start.
We'll start with API's The Force Be With Jews event tonight. This filter has been making the circuit, and the school's donors are, well, let's just say displeased.
She clicks to a photo of a group of college kids, all of whom wear yarmulkes and swing lightsabers at one another. The detectives all chuckle.
Attend hot detectives.
They go silent, sit up straight in their seats.
Instead of laughter, I would prefer action. Any thoughts?
We get our own lightsabers, fill them with lead, and beat them at their own game.
I got it. We put my steroids in the we put some random person steroids in their food and wait for them to go insane with rage.
Or we can look the other way. See no Jewish Chewbacca, he no Jewish Chewbacca.
They all groan. Hitch, we literally enforce rules for a living. You can't always look the other way.
I guess, but is it bad to try?
Yes? You've never once bettered the situation by looking the other way.
Crossing the street? Checkmate.
Dream sequence. Exterior Dan's Donuts Day. Hitch and Izzy wait to cross the street. Hitch checks for cars. Izzy checks one way, starts walking into the road.
Izzy, look the other way.
No, I'm too stubborn and pretentious to be safe.
Cars honk as they swerve to avoid her.
No.
An 18-wheeler crashes into her. Splat. Back to scene.
That's a ridiculous example. I love the rules of the road.
Then maybe next time you'll look the other way and not have an 18-wheeler play. Will it blend with your body?
Hitch, what about the time you took your 9-year-old granddaughter to see Planet of the Apes even though you knew it was rated PG-13? She's had nightmares about orangutans throwing ninja stars for months.
And you're any better, Chops? You'd let a cute girl get away with genocide if she so much as smiled at you.
The room breaks out into bickering. Silently, Maple slips into the room, Teddy right behind her.
Cease! Maple, introduce the new cadet.
Everyone, this is Teddy Warren. Teddy, this is everyone. They're a friendly group of...
Good enough. Chops, any updates on the mess of parties that have been wrecking the campus?
Teddy awkwardly finds a seat as Chops explains.
Our hometown baseball team, the Greenwood Cougars, are on a nice 12-game winning streak. Problem is, after every win, the team throws a huge party at some random schmuck's apartment. People don't know what's happening until the kegs are already half empty.
Simpson clicks through a series of photos. Beer cans strewn across a lawn, a goat eating a student's hair, a door ripped off its hinges, the word streak written on it in blood.
Our primary suspect, Dean Broswick, the team's star outfielder.
Simpson clicks again, but the slide doesn't change. She keeps clicking and clicking, furious. Nothing happens.
Parker, fix this.
The back closet door swings open, revealing Parker, 19, shabby IT intern, covered in dust. He rushes to help.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, Captain.
All right, while Parker jerks his little pencil mustache off to PowerPoint, let's get to it. Assignments?
Lola hands the case files to Simpson, who puts on her reading glasses and examines the files while assigning cases.
Hitch, patrol as always. Lola and Ramsey, you try and shut down this Jedi Jew debacle. Izzy and Chops, I need you to go undercover as students and shut down the next streak party. Dismissed.
Chops and Izzy high five, let out a joint hoorah! Everyone else starts clearing out of the room.
What's my job? Shutting down a drug ring? Hunting down the Cougar Town bandit who hides behind their Courtney Cox mask? Oh, or is it something personal like helping a jock realize his true passion is song and dance?
Simpson checks her notes.
Teddy Warren, you're working patrol with Hitch. Maple will show you your desk while Parker prepares your Segway.
A Segway? Awesome!
Interior bullpen later. 7 desks sit in the middle of the room, off of which is the captain's office and the stairway to Dan's Donuts. Izzy prepares her college kid disguise, thick makeup, thin clothing, and a vacant look in the eyes.
Dab. Dab on him. Dab with him. Dab on him. Litmus test? No.
Ramsey coolly approaches her desk. Hey, Izzy, quick cue for you to A. How do I get a woman to stop seeing me as a kid and accept me as an adult man with an awesome mustache?
I'm in like the middle of a 30 going on 13 style makeover right now, Ramsey. I don't have time to discuss you and your mom's relationship.
I'm talking about Lola. I was thinking I could make her a nice lasagna to show my maturity, and I was wondering if you would help.
What you need to do is toughen up. Maybe then she'll stop hating you.
Why do you keep saying like?
I'm in character. Now go away, you old poser.
Ramsey, dejected, starts to walk away. Izzy feels bad.
Do something macho, punching someone in the face. Anyone, it doesn't matter. She'll love it.
Interior bullpen, Teddy's desk. Maple and Teddy stop in front of his new desk, which is right under a series of exposed ventilation pipes.
A desk next to the AC? Sweet!
About me, I'm a Pisces with a love for reality TV, dogs in costumes, and fellow Pisces. Now, for the get down on the rest of the gang.
Maple gestures to Captain Simpson, sitting in her office.
A drill sergeant for most of her life, Captain Simpson was fired for gross misconduct. She bounced around our jobs for a few years and ended up here, bless her heart.
Flashback, exterior training field day, 1 year ago. Simpson, dressed in military garb, stands with a megaphone.
Feet 12 inches apart. Come on, spread them. That isn't 12 inches, Brian. Your girlfriend lied to you.
Reveal, she's yelling at a class of third graders. A little boy, Brian, bursts into tears. Back to scene. Maple motions to Lola and Ramsey.
Ramsey might look the part, but he's pretty much worthless out in the field, so Lola usually has to go lone wolf. She's tough as nails and not afraid to use them in a fight.
Flashback, exterior University Park day, a month ago. Ramsey and Lola walk toward two nerds mid-brawl.
I take the nerd on the right, you take the nerd on the left.
Ramsey's phone rings. Actually, I'm gonna take this call. Mommy rings, I pick up. Lola shrugs, puts on a pair of brass knuckles, and charges at the nerds. It's clobberin' time. Back to scene. Finally, Maple points to Izzy and Chops.
Chops, the physical embodiment of why protein and male body issues, and his partner Izzy, aka Italian Princess. She loves the Pope almost as much as she loves solving cases. They're the best of the best.
Flashback, interior bullpen day 1 week ago. Izzy and Chops sit at their desks, shooting the shit. Parker soon walks by, his eyes glazed over. Chops takes a huge sniff.
You smell that?
Yeah, it's like Febreze mixed with Code Red Mountain Dew, which could only be one thing.
They point their fingers at Parker in harsh accusation.
Weed!
Weed!
Parker takes off running. Chops waits a moment, then throws a stapler at Parker's head, dropping him to the ground. Chops and Izzy high five, let out a joint hoorah! Back to scene. Parker, a bump on his head, we just now noticed, comes into the bullpen with Teddy's Segway. Hitch follows in hot pursuit, already on one of his own.
Patrol starts now, cadet.
He loses control, goes crashing into Teddy's desk.
And that's all you need to know about Hitch.
Exterior University Park, sunset. Teddy and Hitch coast down the pathway on their Segways.
This is where it all begins. Brave, self-sacrificing role model. That is Greenwood Security, and that is me. The video, man. You know, with the badass security guard chasing down criminals. The video.
You didn't watch the entire video, did you?
I blacked out halfway through out of amazement. Was the rest something awesome? Like, oh, Alien versus Predator versus security guard?
It ended with the truth. Greenwood Security aren't cops.
Interior Student Center later. Teddy and Hitch hand out condoms and informed drinking pamphlets. Teddy looks less than enthused.
We're glorified RAs. Use 2 condoms. It's cozier.
Interior dorm room later. Teddy and Hitch interrupt a freshman party, i.e., 1 handle, 7 mixers. The students hand over their IDs.
We check IDs. Maybe they're over 21, maybe they're not, and we look the other way. These are great fake IDs, guys. And remember, don't get too crazy.
Exterior University Park, night. Teddy and Hitch stand around a group of stoners.
And pot? Hell, that's just a jazz cigarette. Look the other way.
Hitch takes a hit from one of their joints, scoots away on his Segway. Teddy, now totally disillusioned, follows.
Just look the other way.
Exactly. They're in college. Let them be happy. Oh, I'm hungry now.
Hitch veers his Segway toward a bench, pulls out 2 PB&Js, and plops himself down. He motions for Teddy to sit.
No, I didn't sign up for that. I want to make a difference.
Teddy, we're just here to make sure no parents sue the school because their child died doing an awesome backflip off of the Deeds house. Rest in peace, Brock Taylor. Rest in peace.
But that's not me. I'm Brave. My badge says detective.
Whatever. I have my own Segway.
Suddenly, Teddy hears something coming down the pathway. He squints his eyes, straining to see. Finally taking shape, Rico, covered in dirt and grime, limps toward them.
And I just got my first case.
End of Act 1. Act 2. Interior Greenwood Security Interrogation Room, night. A single light bulb swings above Rico, who murmurs in Spanish. Teddy and Hitch, cast in shadow, stand confused on the opposite side of a threateningly metallic table.
You know any Spanish?
I took a year of it in high school.
And?
I can tell you my name and that I like the beach, La Playa, so, kind of.
Kind of. You weren't that hesitant when you mounted Rico on the way here, were you?
Flashback, exterior University Park, minutes ago. Teddy straddles Rico from behind on the Segway.
I'll never let you go, I promise.
Soy el rey del mundo.
Back to scene.
It felt right in the moment.
Love's love. Chase your bliss, man.
Simpson enters.
What have you got, cadet? And why is it so dark?
She flicks a switch, illuminating the room fully.
Rico Santina.
Stop squinting, it's not patriotic.
Took a knock on his head, been speaking in all Spanish. Only thing we've understood is Dan, which I've put down as a win. Go us!
Sí, es Dan.
We think it's connected to the streak, Captain.
Simpson ushers for Rico to get up from his seat. When he does, she swoops in and sits down.
That's for charging me $1.25 for cream cheese. Boys, I served in Panama years back. I fought off militia in the day and ate Dairy Queen on the canal in the night. Thing I learned most about myself is that real life Rainforest Cafe, I can only speak Spanish when I'm blackout drunk.
You're going to talk to Rico?
Yes. Now round up every ounce of cough syrup we have here. If it's Tylenol, make sure it's PM. I can't be just tipsy. I need to be in the middle of a Panamanian cockfight with no memory of how I got there.
Interior bullpen montage. Teddy and Hitch scramble through desks, pulling out random medicines here and there. When Hitch finds one, he takes a couple swigs for himself. Interior interrogation room. Simpson, a host of empty bottles around her, holds the last Tylenol PM to her lips. Teddy and Hitch stare at her in awe.
Remember, Teddy, I'm your boss. I'm a professional. I deserve respect.
She chugs the bottle, then immediately collapses.
She's dead. It'll be a closed casket, and you'll be blamed. No way around it now.
Teddy ignores him, pokes Simpson's unconscious body. There's no movement. Maybe she is dead. Suddenly, she snaps to attention.
Hola, Simpson!
She spits something back in Spanish. Teddy frowns.
What'd she say?
Bésame culo.
Wasn't that she liked the beach?
Fighting back tears, Teddy exits.
Well, all right then. Tell Simpson what happened, Rico. I'll nod along and pretend to understand. Okay?
Exterior baseball stadium 1 hour earlier. A small concrete facility. Rico, dressed in a neon visibility vest, cleans up beer cans off the ground.
Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, and the score tied. Next at bat for the Cougars, Dean Bad Boy Broswick.
Interior baseball stadium outfield lawn. Izzy and Chops have assimilated themselves into a group of cool kids. Their leader, Brock Taylor, 24, frat bro, still very much alive, hands beers to Izzy and Chops.
Brock Taylor did an awesome backflip off the dean's house, died for 3 minutes, then came back to life like Jesus. Your name?
Jess Queen. It's like Jessica and Queen combined. I'm just that kind of confident.
So I could be your Brocking. What about you, my man?
Chops. Just chops.
Brock eyes them up and down, suspicious.
I haven't seen either of you in my 101s. What year are you two?
We're graduate students.
Brock shoots a hesitant look to his friends.
He means hold that graduate like it's a limbo stick because I'm going under it. We're undergraduates. I'm like going undergraduate.
Oh, sick wordplay. You had me worried you were a bunch of narcs. You're not narcs, right, Jess Queen?
They lock eyes, both examining the other. The moment coming to a boiling point when...
This is for the game, folks.
Oh, sports.
They all rush to the railing as Dean, 22, flowing locks, totally awesome, steps up to the plate.
Streak, streak, streak.
His friends join the chant. Then soon the entire stadium, including Izzy.
Streak, streak, streak.
Streak, streak.
Chops hesitates. Brock stares at him until he cheers along.
Streak, 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 streak.
Darn right. Finally, the pitcher winds up, the pitch comes in, and Dean knocks it out of the park.
Streak.
Streak.
Streak. Exterior baseball stadium later. Izzy twirls her hair and talks to Dean apart from the group.
Sick hit, Dean.
Fun fact. It's all in the wrists. I know, dope baseball fact. Hey, I didn't catch your name.
Jess Queen.
Jess Queen. So I could be your Dean King?
I love it.
I know something else you'll love.
Brock jumps on Dean's back, ruining the moment.
Win number 13, bro. Where's the party going to be this time?
Dean scans the parking lot where he sees Rico cleaning up the beer cans. Dean waves to him, getting his attention.
Hey, Rico! Want to host a party?
Sorry, man, but I got work in the morning.
Ah, that's too bad. For you.
Dean sneers, then pulls a lightsaber out of his bag.
AEP for life!
Exterior duplex, night present. Teddy and Hitch stand outside Rico's duplex, which is alive with music and partying.
Are you sure it was a lightsaber?
Dean's the British Empire of frat bros. He's got a hand in every one.
A second story window is shattered, the fractured glass at their feet. Teddy steps around, knocks. A voice speaks out.
Password.
Go Cougars!
It's going to be a no for me. Two more guesses.
Hitch takes him off the stoop to discuss.
They're the youth. You're the youth. What are you people like?
Irony, early 90s show reboots, putting off the fleeting doom of adulthood, a potentially ironic reboot of Friends, a 90s show which depicted adults putting off adulthood.
All right, I got it.
I got more. Domino's, the food and the toy. Chick-fil-A, the food, not the brand.
Hitch knocks.
Firefly.
Okay, that was just hurtful and unnecessary. One guess left.
Hitch shamefully slinks back to Teddy as a female student. Jessica walks up to the duplex.
Julian Rogers, I know you have my flashlight. I need it right now, and I'm not leaving till I get it. My flashlight, Julian.
Winner, winner.
The door opens for Jessica, then slams shut.
Oh, randomness being equated as humor. That's so my generation. Now, step aside. I was Ophelia in my high school production of Hamlet. Julian Rogers!
Interior duplex. All in all, the exact opposite of an AA meeting. Dean and Izzy play beer pong against Brock and Jessica. Dean sinks a shot, winning the game. Brock rips the nearest door off its hinge in rage. The party ignores it. A common routine here, as Dean rallies the crowd.
Dean, 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 come on, everybody.
The rest of the crowd around the table joins. Izzy, feeling the energy, jumps into Dean's arms.
That's my hero. Ooh, that's my strong hero.
Chops scoffs from the side, flexes his biceps individually.
Bigger. Biggest.
Just then, Chops spots Teddy entering the party. He rushes over to meet him, hiding him from Izzy.
What are you doing here, bud? And where's Hitch?
Call me Blue because I followed the clues.
Chops frowns, confused.
Nothing? Okay, everyone's not a hit. Hitch left, said something about working another case.
Exterior University Park, same. Hitch sits in a lawn chair, holds a beer up to his ear.
What's that, Rover? Look the other way.
He turns, finds a case of beer to his left.
Another case.
Back to scene. Teddy eyes the party, which is growing out of control.
How are things going down here? Ready to shut this down?
There's no point. They just go somewhere else. Besides, I've got my eye on someone special.
Chops nods, "What's up?" at Jessica, who forces a smile back.
So, nothing to worry about?
Almost on cue, Izzy emerges from the crowd, Dean behind her.
Everyone, watch me kiss Dane.
She slobbers all over his face. Everyone cheers.
What's Izzy doing?
She's gone full method.
Dean and Izzy continue making out, the cheering growing ever louder and intense. Then, Josiah, 19 AEPI, rushes into the room, throws himself at Dean's feet, a chopped-up lightsaber in his hands.
Brother Dean, this madman, punching our faces, taking our... the horror.
Brother Josiah, your lightsaber's been circumcised. Who did this?
A security guard.
Chops and Teddy share a look.
Lola.
The front door flies open.
Ramsey!
Ramsey!
Ramsey steps into the doorframe, shirt torn and eyes crazed.
Should we do something? Ramsey looks like he could kill.
I know, I'll grab us drinks.
Chops slips away as Ramsey reveals a stack of yarmulkes. I've come to add another scalp to my collection. Dean moves in front of Josiah, raring to fight.
Machismo!
Unbridled rage! Both about to attack when Izzy smashes a vase over Ramsey's head, knocking him out. Teddy, stunned and terrified, only stares, unmoving. Izzy stands similarly still over the body, remorseful for a moment, then rushes to the stereo and restarts the music.
The streak will never end.
The room goes berserk, the party back on in full force. Chops reappears, beers cradled in one arm and Jessica in the other. Eyes the knocked out Ramsey, deeply saddened.
No, I missed the fight.
Teddy snaps out of his trance, locks eyes with Izzy and Dean, preparing to confront them, but Chops holds him back.
Whoa there, hero.
We have to help. We're security guards. It's what we do.
No, we're security guards and we make sure students have a good time. Isn't that right, Jessica?
I'm using you to make Brock jealous, so shut up and flex your muscles.
I get it, and I dig it. Everything's handled here, bro. Just go home. This undercover stuff, it isn't for you.
Teddy scans the room, Izzy and Dean flirting, Ramsey on the floor, everyone else drunk, and the fire dies in his eyes. He exits the party, defeated. End of Act 2. Act 3, exterior, University Park, night. Teddy walks forlorn through the grass to the tune of Enya's Only Time. Any sad song will do, but this one's the best.
I want to help. Stupid. I want to make the world a better place. Stupid. I want to make something of my degree in communications. Past and present. Stupid.
He slips on something, goes crashing to the ground, eye to eye with the cause, a beer bottle.
Watch out, kid. We got a streak of our own going.
Hitch and Lola sit to his right, beers in their hands.
Long night or early morning?
The worst of both. You?
Lola turns into the light, revealing a black eye.
What happened?
She found out why Ramsey never gets violent.
Once he starts punching, he doesn't stop punching, not even for his partner.
Flashback, exterior AEPI house, 30 minutes ago. The Force Be With Jews event. He's even worse than the stereotype I've been building for 24 pages. AEPI members with lightsabers swarm around Lola.
Ramsey, do something.
Ramsey stands to the side, helpless, when Izzy's head magically appears above him.
Do something macho! Punch someone! Come on, you old poser, punch someone!
AEPI members start swatting Lola with lightsabers, self-made SFX included. Vroom, vroom.
Ramsey!
Ramsey swings at the nearest member, makes direct contact with his jaw. A joyous release. Ramsey's eyes snap from hesitation to pure rage, and he punches his way through the group. Boom! Bap! Bam! Missing a biff there. Soon it's only Lola left standing.
Ramsey, it's me, Lola.
Izzy's head reappears.
Punch! Anyone, it doesn't matter! Punch Ramsey!
He turns from Izzy's head to Lola, menacing. Back to scene. Lola holds a beer to her eye.
Ramsey punched you?
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore. I mean, my paraplegic grandmother couldn't hit harder, but it's the thought that counts.
But he punched you in the face.
I know, and I chased him down here to even the score. But I found Hitch and beer, and that sounded way better than punching a man-child in the balls. It's all good.
But it's not all good. Chops is hitting on some 20-year-old, Ramsey got hit over the head with a vase, and Izzy has turned into the Daniel Day-Lewis of sucking college dudes' dicks! And we're sitting here doing nothing!
Hitch chucks his beer into the park, then leans toward Teddy.
Don't say it. I can't hear or look the other way right now.
Kid, look the other way isn't even about being lazy or old. It's about having a good time. Breaking vases over heads isn't a good time.
What are you saying?
If you can't stop the party, you have to stop the streak. Any ideas?
Interior bullpen night. Simpson gesticulates to blaring Panamanian music. Parker peeks out of his closet to check the noise, terrified.
Dance with me, Parker. Move your hips like the great Panamanian canal we carved with love, war, and a shared interest in common goods.
Hard pass.
He goes to shut the door, but Simpson pries it open and pulls him onto the makeshift dance floor.
Viva Panama! Say it with me, Parker. Parker, say it. Viva Panama!
Viva Panama.
Arm in arm, they continue dancing around the room. In the background, Teddy, Hitch, and Lola slip into view, deeply disturbed by this scene, and go into the back closet. In the closet, they find Maple huddled under a computer desk, a row of batons, and pepper spray on the back wall.
I don't know if it's Satan, El Chupacabra, or some Panamanian devil, but Captain is possessed. She threw me in this closet with Parker and told us not to come out until one of us was dead. Then she clucked at me. She clucked.
Maple, calm down. Do you want to get out of here? Then grab a baton. We're gonna beat up some frat stars.
They cinch batons and spray into their belts. That came out weird. All except for Maple, who tucks them carefully into her oversized purse. Interior duplex night. Brock finishes taping a still unconscious Ramsey onto the bedroom door. Jessica watches in pure awe next to Chops.
Now that's a real man. Finesse, power, artistry. He's the Van Gogh of near criminal activity. Brock.
Brock smirks back, then shifts his eyes across the room. A huge smile on his face now. Jessica follows his gaze to Izzy.
Jess Queen, the 40-year-old virgin's grandmother? Oh, hell no.
She struts over to Izzy and shoves her into the back wall.
What's wrong, slut?
You should know that I view slut as a word of female empowerment, you whore.
Brock is mine.
Who's Brock?
Mine.
Jessica runs at Izzy, who puts her arm into a clothesline
Damn on him.
and takes her to the ground. The party goes silent, and in that silence,
Cougars, come out to play.
Dean emerges from the crowd and edges toward the window.
Cougars, come out to play.
Exterior duplex. Teddy, Hitch, Lola, and Maple stand atop their Segways.
Focus on the baseball players. They can't win tomorrow if they can't walk. Tonight, we end the streak.
Remember, pepper spray the eyes and the genitals.
For Ramsey. Also, against Ramsey.
Maple, any last words?
Jesus better bless their hearts, 'cause I'm about to rip them out.
Dean and Brock walk out of the house with baseball bats in hand, the rest of the crowd behind them. Hitch's jaw drops at the sight of Brock.
Brock, you're alive. After all this time, you survived the flip.
It doesn't have to be like this, Hitch. Just look the other way.
Not this time, buddy. This ends now. Segways ready? Batons?
The Segway warriors raise their batons like medieval soldiers. Dean ignores the incoming charge.
But don't start just yet. We have one of yours.
The crowd throws Izzy into the middle of the battlefield, her hands taped together like cuffs.
Let's hope she reaches you before we reach her. Partygoers, charge!
The two sides charge at each other. Note, the battle unfolds in slow-mo. Izzy wails in terror and dives behind the Segways, barely escaping the students trampling. The two sides meet. Adult against kid, baton against bat, Segway against shin. Pure brutality. Maple loses her baton in the scuffle and starts swinging her purse as a makeshift bludgeon. Lola bashes knees with her baton, punches faces with her brass knuckles. Chip hits people with his flexed biceps. Hitch double fists pepper spray cans and regretfully jets Brock in the eyes and genitals, causing him to cry in pain. Jessica spots this, mounts a guttural "no" and sprints to his defense, only to meet another Izzy clothesline. Thud. Teddy matches blows with Dean when Dean suddenly gets the upper hand and knocks Teddy to his knees, badly hurt. Then, in a quick series of shots, we see every guard but Teddy overwhelmed by the masses and slow-mo. Teddy struggles to his feet, his every movement a physical burden, and faces off against Dean, wobbling like a dreidel.
You thought you could end this streak? You losers are nothing but an old cripple, a fat Southern belle, and a trio of try-hard idiots. You're nothing.
Dean swings the finishing blow. Teddy dips under it, twirls his baton, and smacks Dean square in the face, collapsing him to the ground, defeated.
No. We're Greenwood Security.
Immediately, a hush falls over the battlefield. Teddy looks at their stunned faces. A badass in the making.
And the party's over.
The students scatter, their leader fallen, as the security guards gather around Teddy, beaten and worn. Hitch puts his arm around him.
Welcome to Greenville Security, Teddy Warren. We've needed someone like you.
Teddy smiles a bloodied grin. A job well done. End of Act 3. Tag. Interior Baseball Stadium Day. The scoreboard, Cougar 0, Narwhal 17. Hitch skips up the bleachers and delivers a round of beers to the entire Greenwood security team, who are rowdy as ever.
Finally ending the Cougars' misery, Dean Badleg Broswick.
Everyone shut up! Dean's about to strike out again!
On the field, Dean limps into the batter's box. The pitch comes in and he tries to swing, but his body won't let him. The ball blazes past him. Strike 3, he's out.
The streak's over, folks. Go home.
The group erupts in cheers. Captain Simpson raises her beer.
A toast to Teddy, the newest member of our team. A toast to Greenwood Security, the greatest group of people I've ever known. To y'all.
To a new family.
Wait, where's Ramsey? Right where I found him.
Interior duplex. Rico sweeps his duplex while humming along to Captain Simpson's Panamanian music. He moves into his bedroom, where he finds Ramsey still taped onto the floor, disheveled and distraught. Rico shrugs and keeps on sweeping. End of episode.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay, that was great. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much, Kyle Ryan, for submitting your script. Campus Security. Let's go through the feedback, starting with E.L. Drayton. What were your thoughts?
I just want to first start by thanking the writer. Actually, this one was really hilarious. I could see this series panning out like really well. I really liked every character. I just felt it was really enjoyable. So yeah, thank you so much for letting us read this. It was great.
Cool. Thanks, Erica. Moving on to Jux. What were your thoughts?
I enjoyed the script. Thank you so much for submitting this. I really liked the read. The characters were hilarious. I had to do a couple spit takes. One of the lines. I got a good community feel to it. I know some will maybe compare it to Parks and Rec, so I'd never seen Parks and Rec, but I've seen Community, so huzzah! I love your inspiration. If this turns into like a TV series, I'll watch it. I ain't gonna lie, I've watched the heck out of this. It's not heresy. But anyway, the point is, or is it? Wait. Still, thank you so much for this read, and I'm so sorry for butchering the Italian princess because I still quite can't get the grasp on it, but I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thanks, Jux. Okay, moving on to Kelly. What were your thoughts?
I loved it. This really was. This was, again, it's quite right. Comedy is hard. Seriously, it is hard to do, and this was nailed spot on. I think. The broadness of it was perfect. It could have gone way overboard. into painful comedy, but this had a lot of fun stuff, especially Simpson and the cough syrup hallucinations, where she thinks the two people are fighting cocks. That's why they got locked in the, I just loved it. I thought it was like really hilarious. I loved it. Thank you very, very much for letting me take part in this one.
You bet, Kelly. Thank you. Moving on to Michael. What were your thoughts?
Well, thank you for letting us read it. I really, really loved it. I had the great honor of playing Hitch, and it's the sort of show that I would watch, and I laughed a ton of times, and I had to cut myself short a few times, especially after the Brock Taylor line. I had to stop because I was laughing so hard. Yeah, I really, really loved it. Good job.
Well, that's great. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I was saying comedy is really hard. So the fact that you've got more than one person saying this is funny, that's a really good sign. So congratulations, dude. Moving on to Cheddar. What did you think?
Well, first of all, thank you to, was it Kyle Ryan? Or Ryan Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle Ryan, thank you for submitting the script. It was a whole lot of fun to read as the narrator and as Ramsey. But there is one problem I have with this script. No, actually, there is no problem. There was nothing that stood out to me as being something that I would improve. The only thing you might run into trouble with is how kind of contemporary some of the language and the references are. If it takes a few years for this thing to get made, but that's an easy fix. Just kind of things will need to be tweaked here and there. But all in all, great script. Had a great time. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you, Cheddar. And finally, Tintin. What were your thoughts?
Hey, Kyle. Thank you for submitting this script. I'll second the point about the references. Obviously, it's about like college people, so you're gonna need to have pop culture references, and there are a couple really good ones in here. But it's just something, I'm not saying you don't need to take them all out. Have them marked in your script. Perfect. Yes. You just need, the dab joke was really good. Yeah. You just need to be, yes. Perfect. You already have it settled. So I did the character breakdown for this, to figure out, who talks to who so we can cast it. And when I was just skimming through the script, I was like, not impressed. Like, I was like, this is just another docudrama. But reading it today, that was really funny. I really, my favorite thing was I got a sense of the characters really well. And like, it's a 30-minute comedy. Obviously, they're not super deep characters, but I was able to tell them apart, mostly based on their dialogue, how they reacted to things, which is hard to pull off, especially when you have a cast as big as this. It's funny, it flows really well. You've solved a problem that a lot of shows of this type have, which is like, we agree with you, Smish. Yeah, Jessica, and he already even said he agrees with it. There's a lot of shows like this, including stuff like Parks and Rec, which I love that show, but like, it starts off very grounded, and then as the seasons go on and they need more and more material for episodes, it gets ridiculous. And like, you started with ridiculous here. So if this ever happens to get made, or if you want to write more episodes, if you can keep up that ridiculousness, you've got a solid, very solid comedy, I think. Your cast is well defined. I think you need maybe... I didn't see a whole lot of people like calling each other by their names, which obviously you don't want to do it like, hello, Joe, how was your day today? My day was good, Brian, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. Like, you don't want to do that, but you have a big cast. It would help to hear a couple more somehow. You've already got 31 pages. I don't know how you do it, but something to think about. Maybe Smish is not Smish. Simpson is forgetful, or I don't know. It's just because Smish, yeah, just because there's a big cast. That's my only reason. And then just as far as your script goes, I think it could do with some just cleaning up. It's not like huge, but well, I've never seen Reno 911. Well, that's not true. I saw an episode of it, but like it's big. I think for a 30-minute series, and you've got a couple different plots going on. So like Lola and Ramsey especially, I didn't get much from them. And then as far as your script goes, I think you could do with just tweaking a little bit to get rid of some orphan words, maybe cutting up your action blocks here and there, the bigger ones. Obviously most of them are fine. That would just save you a little bit of space and give you more room to do more jokes and stuff. Very much a first draft. It was a good first draft. I'm wrapping it up. I talk a lot. It was a good first draft. Thank you very much for submitting it. I really appreciated it. It was really funny. Thank you. And now I kind of just want to keep
All
talking.
right, good job, Tintin. That was really great feedback there. Thank you so much. I just saw it was 6:28, and I thought I'd love to end at like 6:30 on the dot. So that is it for Campus Security. Again, thank you so much, Kyle Ryan, for submitting your script. If you're a screenwriter out there watching and you would like us to do a table read for you, just go to twitchtablereads.com. You can submit your script for free. We take shorts, TV pilots, and feature films. And that's it. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.